Alright, I got this cluster right here from 84 Caprice in pick and pull, and I'm about to take it apart and see if the Intellitronix will fit into it. And I was just going to show you guys a little bit more about taking it apart, because there's some things that were missing on my dash. There's these two rubber plastic clips, and you got to pry them out with like a screwdriver or something. They're not very tough. I forgot about that on mine, because mine's been in and out so many times. And then also there's the speedometer cable. Now that'll come off. So I got another one of these, so I might tint this one, or I might tint my other one. This one has the 80 style trim, wood grain pattern, so I'll probably still want to use mine. But I just got it all together because it was savings. I tried to just buy the housing, and I thought they would do me like the pick and pull in Oakland. They charged me $20 for a housing that was empty on a non-half price day. So I was in the Richmond pick and pull, and I thought that they would do the same. So I had taken these gauges. I thought I could get the housing for like 10, but they were like, nah, you should have just bought the speedometer cluster all together. And that because they were charging me like for each one of these pieces individually, it was like the same price. So I went back in and put the gauges in. There's also these little screws right here, which screw to the top. And hold this middle piece in. Mine didn't have that as well. It might have, but I probably took it out and forgot to put it back in. But yeah, I already took these gauges. Out in pick and pull. So they're just gonna fall right out. But yeah, there's that. Just put that off to the side. And I mean, I had taken this whole Speedo apart. So these would normally be like a, well, some of them are still in. I put some of them back in. This is probably like a 7 or something millimeter. But I didn't really need this speedometer unit, but for the same price, I'm gonna take the gauges and the unit and all that. So that's what I did. Now I got more parts. Oh, there goes that. All these blinker stuff. So to get this off right here, because if your car, all right, my camera went out, but to get this off right here, your Speedo cable, you just got to push this in right there, and it should release it because it hooks on. It's got, the Speedo cable's got a little lip in it, and this will go over that. And so when you pull it back, you should be able to slide it out. But it still can be difficult though, so then you might have some wiring or something. But that's what's holding it in. I'm gonna do a full video when I'm done with this speedometer and have everything hooked up. I'll show like all the things you need to do. But we're still on the journey of figuring things out here, and I'm just taking you guys with me. And so yeah, so I don't really need any of these things. They'll probably be going on eBay or somewhere. You know, one of us always needs some parts. So now I got this, and I'm gonna take my Intellitronix out and see if these line up, because it had holes in it. And even if it doesn't line up, if I can use this back right here, I'm about to use this one. because then I can put my stock gauges all back together, because I don't think anyone really wants this style too much. I mean, if you got, I'm not mad at it or nothing, but I don't think it's a top seller. So the one that is be more useful to mess up will probably be this one and keep my other one stock. So I'm gonna do that. Right now I'm gonna leave this stuff back on there because I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I'm most likely gonna take it all off. And you just take these lights out. This is nothing, let them come out. That you got to pry those out. Like I said, I took this whole thing apart and pick and pull, because when I got to the counter, then they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you for this too. So I took all this off, and then they didn't even like hook it up none. Yeah, that's a pick and pull life. I'm probably gonna have to get my Dremel tool out and start grinding away at some of this so I can get that board to fit in there flat. If I could get it to fit in there flat, I might be able to fit this. I don't know. One of these, I don't know which way this goes off the top of my head, but one of these indicators. I would like to have a gear shift indicator, or even though I can tell where I'm at, but still I would like that. And I don't think it has one on there, but I'm still learning, so we're getting there. I'm gonna pull my other dash back out, and I can swap it into here, see how it lines up. So I'll let you know when I do that. All right, I'm back, and I got my speedometer cluster out. I already put this other one, I already put the Intellitronix on this other one to see, and if it's a lot better, and I'll show you guys why. This is my 77 through 79 one, and it's got the same like tabs. You can see this one's got the same one. Take this out some. So it's got, this is the one that came from an 84 and had the sweeping style, and you can see the hole right next to it, and this one is way further away. Let's see, this one, the holes are right next to each other. I'm gonna have to do some modifications, but you can see those two holes are gonna line up. That one's gonna be like a tab it sits on, and the other one I can screw into. That fits good. Once I put the wires through, the only thing holding it up is that one right there. That one right there. So I'm gonna get the Dremel out and get rid of that. There might be some other stuff too. I'm not sure how these other tabs line up, but I know this one right here and this one right here, I think they line up. Though those are different sizes, so I'm still investigating. That one is way apart, and that one is way apart, but this one right there lines up. Let me see. Is it close on this one? Yeah, that's close, and that one's close to fit. They based it off of this board, I'm pretty sure. At least not a 77 through 79. It looks closer. The holes they got look closer on this one. There's one back there. That one might hit right there. That one's got it too, so. But it looks like, I mean, I was just thinking they probably use a 80 through 90 style. And then this one's got this right here. So I would have had to take that off with a Dremel, which isn't a problem. But this one doesn't have it, so I don't have to do that. So it looks like just that right there and that right there, and then we'll see what else is holding it up. But that'll get me way flatter, so I'll be right on, and I'll just be able to screw right in. Maybe even some of the back ones will line up. They're slightly different, so you see that hole right there in relation to it on this one. Man, I should have better light than this. I mean, you feel me? Look how bright that thing is. I just don't. Let me stand under it. So look, that hole in that screw hole in relation to that gauge part that goes around, and then this one is like hecka closer. So there are some differences, and so like since 80 through 90 is the most common, I would suspect they probably use like a mid-year one. So that's why I was like aiming for an 84, 85. They say you can't do the sweeping style, but I think that's definitely, it looks like this one's, the sweeping style on this one's gonna be better than the gauge style one. But they're probably talking about like Chevelles and stuff, because sometimes it'll be a sweeping style and then they'll have individual gauges. It's not all the same cluster, but you can see these clusters are like pretty much damn near the same, but slightly different. So yeah, I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff back there, just because when you put the wires in and out, I don't think any of it needs to be there. I'm gonna have to see that. No, I don't think any of that's gonna need to be there. Maybe them upper ones for some reason. I'm really not sure at the moment. We're still investigating, but I'm gonna use this 84 one, and I'm gonna try to incorporate this thing right here for the gear shift indicator, because if it slides over, if that would slide over, and if I could get this flat enough, if I could get it flat enough, it might slide over. If it doesn't hit any of those solder points, then I'm gonna put something there, and then on the cover I'll put my own part and all that. I'll put my own marks if I got to. We'll see. I don't really know what I'm doing yet with that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put my old dash back together. So it's got some differences on the back too. Probably the plugs are different, just so you guys can see, if you guys want to see. This is a 77 style, and this is actually 79. This is a 84. So just for you guys, if you want to see the difference on them. They got lights placed in different areas and all that, but when you're using one of these clusters for some type of project, it's not really gonna matter. So yeah, I'm liking this 84 sweeping style one better than this one. There's less plastic I'm gonna have to get at. So it was already hecka flat except for them tabs right there. You probably don't even gotta Dremel them off. I could probably just hit them up at the grind wheel, but I'm not trying to hit the side. You could probably put some pliers on that and just break it off. I mean, if you didn't have any, if you were on some, I don't have any tool shit, it's not really connected, but I'm gonna try to do it properly. But it does kind of sound interesting, just break it. But my luck, I'll just crack the whole side, so I'll probably just grind it off normally. I'll go round up the Dremel or something that could get at it real quick. You could do it with a saw. You could take that out heck easy. It's not really gonna be a problem. It's probably gonna go right down, and then I'll see what else I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this one as far as I can say. I'm gonna use this one. It looks like it's gonna line up better with these holes, and I'm gonna be right in there. Hopefully I'm right in there, and hopefully it works. And this right there, that tab right there might hold. Maybe that either one of those is gonna hold that right there, or that's gonna be a bolt hole right there, hopefully. But if I got those two tabs right there, if I got all 4 tabs, that'd be it. And then 2 bolts, and then maybe some other bolts, but just getting rid of those right there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be back. All right, I cut it with some side cutters, and I gotta say, I think that's the way that we want to do this, because it happened pretty easy. Let me try to set something up here so that I can get the camera out of my hand. But that was pretty easy. And lighting sucks, even though I got hecka lights on. I don't know, but keep going though. Don't let that stop you. So I cut it right there. And now I'm gonna come in right here and cut it. And that's some thin plastic. If you got some good side cutters, I probably need to get it still. I might still need to get in there and file it down somehow. But you could just get in there and probably cut it off. Like I said, I might want to file that down. That was just without even doing anything. Just some side cutters real quick. Probably got it right out of my way. It doesn't have to be pretty. I mean, I'm not trying to mess up anything, but you could hit the wrong spots with that Dremel too. So hopefully you guys can see it. If you can't, I blame the lighting. I have the lights on though. So just clip it as far down as I can. I could have done better. So you could try not to scratch the sides if you want. Hopefully I cut the right tab and not the wrong one. Man, this lighting, for all the lights I got on, that's crazy. And it's light out. Kind of got to do this over here. Let me get rid of this one out of the way. Really, I'm gonna have to take this back plastic off because every time I run these wires through, it's getting me caught up. So it's got to go. I'm not sure about these top ones. If I need to put it all back on, I can. I'm gonna just save all these lights. You guys can see they just twist out. Oh. And I gotta pry those out. Probably a littler screwdriver than that, but you know. Try not to damage things when I do it, but it didn't really get damaged, but I don't know. I'm trying. Cause these backboard things got a wire. It's like a wire. I'm trying not to damage them when I take that out. And there you can see might even be some more stuff I could take out of the way. That's off now. So I really got it stripped down. I don't know if I need this piece in there. I'll just leave it for right now. So let me see. Does this board fit in there? Straight up now. Now I should be able to get all these wires through way easier, not getting caught up on that green wire board. Look at that. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, these wires, they're gonna piss you off. And that tab back there doesn't line up. But those two holes right there line up. Right? It's being difficult. You know, with these wires pushing through the board, it's being difficult, but hopefully you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. That tab is in, that hole right there is gonna accept one of my screws, and same with this one. And that's good because the other one wasn't sitting flush like that. Then I got these tabs back there. They don't quite fit over the holes. Neither side. So they might have to go. And let me see what else we're working with here. Sorry, it's hard to maneuver this. Let's see what else we're working with here. That hole looks like those two are gonna line up, and that one, nah, I don't think either of those are gonna line up. And let's see, what about a side? Nothing on the side. More on the bottom, maybe. Nah, though, that one right there. Okay. Let me see what we got here. We got that one, and then you can screw into the hole next to it. Then it looks like you got this one straight up right there with a little bit of washer or something in between there. Those ones don't look like they're gonna do it. Those two do look like they're gonna do it. Those back tabs aren't gonna do it. Nothing on the side. And these are, fuck! Sorry. These ones right here are not gonna do it. I have it moved a little bit. It's not sitting quite right, but it's not gonna line up. Same with this one. But you got a whole bunch of holes all throughout here that you could put your own holes through the back. I'm gonna be comfortable with just this one, these two tabs, and being in there sitting flush. Cause now you can see with my adjustments made right there, it's gonna be able to sit in there. Man, there's no light. But it's gonna be able to sit in there now. So, and these wires, they keep pushing it back out. But if you could pull these wires in, if I get rid of those tabs up back there, that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm probably just gonna clip them off with the wire cutters. I could probably just do that right here. I really don't want this board to keep banging around. Get it out the way. Yeah, I'm gonna clip these. And this light, can we get it aimed at me at all? I don't know how many lights you can have on and just have the lighting still not be right. I'm trying, but that's what I'm saying though. But it's not gonna stop me. So that tab right back there, ridiculous. I'm gonna cut those off with this right here. I got for $5 from the flea market. I've been cutting everything with it. So I know nothing is seen here, but I'm cutting off this back tab. And I might have to get in there with something and grind it off. We'll see. Same with the top one. They're gone. Now, let's see how this board fits. So yeah, now it sits flush. Even with the amateur cutting, there's still like a little tab back there, but it probably doesn't hurt it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still any lower and it wouldn't have anything to sit on. So it's kind of sitting on it. Even before, you could have angled it on it. It wasn't really tripping like that. So if I could find my screws now, we'd really be in the game if I could find the screws. Okay, I'll put them over here. Yeah. All right, let's go now. So I'm just gonna screw this in right here. These were like some stock screws that came with it. Came with my old dash. So they should go right in. But I think they're like, this thing's gonna keep flopping around the whole time you do this project, so just get ready to start cussing at it. It's not really a problem, but it's like, I don't know, man. I put you one place and you just want to keep moving around. But you're gonna be a digital dash. Yes, you are. So right now I'm looking for the tool. It's probably not an 8, but we're gonna give that a try just because it's in my hand. Oh, what? Nah, it's not an 8. It worked for a second, but it was just a tease. We need the 7. Oh man, this is gonna be a long search. Found a wrench. Let me turn this back on. All right, I seem to have misplaced my little ratchet somewhere. I probably left it in pick and pull. Dumbass. Hopefully one of you guys comes up on it. If you do, yeah, that's what's up. But anyway, I got this tightened in here. You can see it's sitting flush. It's good. It's not going anywhere. I just got to check. I'm trying to see back there if there's anything. On this side, there looks like something right there. I'm going to open it up and make sure it's got room to maneuver. I don't want to bend anything. But it's in there good. I'm happy with that. And also check this out. Because remember, I was sitting on those tabs before because it wasn't lining up. So I was up like on top of the tab. So now, when I put this on, my original style cover, it lines up with the screw holes. And I don't think it hits at all. I'm gonna have to make sure it's not like grounding out anything, but it's kind of elevated, like you see, like it's not actually hitting the board. It's just gonna be chilling around the board. So I got that. That's going so far. And also, we need to see what's up with the I mean, I don't know what this one would do. I don't think this is really gonna work. This is gonna do its own type of look over it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You can modify that if you want to. Take that strip out the middle. If you take that strip out the middle, you'd be rocking. Okay, where's the other one? Right here. So, oh yeah, I just want to see. This is the next part I want to try. Is that right there? I had to see how this one's sitting. I'm gonna use this one as some type of indicator. Okay. Okay, that would sit there. So, I might be able to, it might show on the back. That'll probably poke up though. But if it runs underneath it though, if I could get that to run underneath it, then at least I'd have it hooked up. So I'm gonna try to do something like that. Gotta round up the parts to this one though. There's somewhere they all went flying. All right, I'll be back. All right, if you guys are messing with this gear shift indicator at all, This is how it goes. Let me see if I can pull this out. Gear shift indicator goes. Oh, there it goes. There's a little spring right here, and that goes on one side, and then this that clips to the bottom of the column. This other wire goes to this other side, and it clips around this. You might have to try a couple times, but it'll get in there. And then the spring goes on the other side. And that spring goes, let's see, well then you slip. You could probably do this in a different order, I'm not sure. But then you put this in there. This wraps around. This wraps around and goes through this little cut right there. And then it goes out there. And then that connects to the column. Now I just got to get this spring over that tab right there. You can use a screwdriver or your hands or whatever gets you there. Let's see if I could just stretch it on. Yeah, real easy. Real easy. Now this should work. Well, if it doesn't get caught on anything. Oh, there's a little groove in there that sits on too. So here's my other one. Oh, it's a 2 wires. One goes on each one, so you gotta slip those wires in their groove. That makes sense. This one I'm using looks like it's broken. So that's probably why it originally broke. Or maybe not, but kind of like that mine had 2 holes. But when I put mine in, this one was fitting for some reason. This one wasn't. So sometimes the box shed parts are slightly different. And this one was. They look like they're the same though. Let me investigate this some more. But that's how you put that together if you guys. And then you put the little tab thing on there. I don't know where mine is, it's somewhere. But this was kind of fitting under here. It was fitting. But I don't think I could fit the tab on there. But if I push it out some, look with some washers, I probably can. So that's probably I'm gonna do something like that once I figure out which one of these to use. So this one was the one off the 84. It seemed to fit a little bit better, but it might be tearing my wires up up in there. But this one wasn't quite fitting. This part was hitting that, but they should be pretty much the same. But you can probably do some type of modification Like I could have ground this piece down a little bit, and it probably would have been sliding under. But I'm gonna try to boost it up. I'm gonna try to put some washers to boost it up as far as I can, while still being underneath this, but getting this tab above, so I can have a gear shift indicator going across. So that's what I'm working on. I'll be back. So yeah, I'm just going. It helps to have two hands when you're doing this, but I'll show you guys real quick. I'm just going on the like that. I'm just trying to wear it down. I'm gonna do like halfway. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's hard to zoom and do everything at the same time. Let me see if I could zoom that in. But anyway, I'm taking a piece off it. So I'm gonna take a little bit more. I wanna have enough so it can still hold the indicator, but I need to clear underneath that board so it can move freely. And the back part, I don't wanna mess with the back part. I'm just this part that comes out. All right, I'm back, and this is what I did. I got these two screws up here right now. If I put this all the way on, I feel like it's gonna ground out something, and so I'm gonna find a way to make it hang over without hitting, because when I pull it all the way down, it's running into some chips in some of the connections, and I don't want to accidentally ground out my unit somehow. So, but that does fit on there. The 77 through 79, you could probably find them on, you might be able to find this gauge cover trim on other ones. I'm not sure, but this is a 77 through 79, and that'll fit on there. And also, if you make a modification to this, if you just cut this bar out the middle, you can also probably fit that on there. If you want to keep some type of trim, which I would. I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm just gonna do it like that. But okay, but I'm not done with this yet. So I was saying before, I might have to grind off some of the back here. I really don't want to break anything forever if I don't have to. And so I'm not trying to grind off stuff I don't have to. This cluster was already gonna be, that's what it was gonna be for this housing. But if I could use parts without damaging them, then I'm going to. But if I had to do some type of modifications to the back of there, I would just do that. So I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet. I was thinking I might drill a hole beneath that hole so I could connect it, sit it up a little bit so it doesn't touch, but we'll see. So for this one right here, I'm pretty happy with how this went too. This 84 dash worked a lot better than my 79, but you could just as easily probably get it to work. But this one fit correctly right here with the little tab in the hole, in the screw hole, and then also on this side. So both sides, I just had to remove a little bit of piece of plastic, 2 pieces of plastic in the back and 2 pieces of plastic on the side, and I didn't have to use my Dremel or anything. I just used these cutters, cut right through it, easy. And it got out of the way enough so you can see it's all sitting flush. And I got this on here with the square nut and a washer on each side, so I was able to bring that up a bit. And I had to use this 84 style one because the 79 style one was like bent a little bit more. This plastic piece just bent a little bit more, and that like brought it up. I don't know if they're actually different pieces or not, but this 84 unit seemed to work a lot better for me. And I took all the back stuff off. If I need to add the lights up there to the top again, I will. I don't know exactly what those lights were doing anyway, but I might put a check engine light or some other type of light up there. But I could just run that most likely. Most likely that's what this whole car is doing. But yeah, that's in there. Before I put this back, there's a switch right back there, and it's got to be set correctly to read. It's got to be on the correct ohms to read the fuel properly. And so Ford is one setting, GM's another setting, and something else back there, I'm not sure, but I need to put that on the GM setting, so I'm probably going to take this back out and do that. But I just wanted to show you guys, I got it to sit flush in the housing. I got this hook up. I did have to grind this little tab down a little bit to get it to be able to slide underneath here. But you can see it slides now, so if I could get my little indicator red piece on there, we'll see if that'll be the next step. Hopefully that doesn't hit anything, and yeah, we're just going from there. But this might be video part 5 or part 4. What part am I on? Part 4. I might add some more to it, but this might be it. So what I did here was we used the 84 housing. Got some washers, everything lined up real nice. I got 2 screws in, and this housing will fit over with these screws, and we just got to do a little bit more modifications. But I'm gonna look for this little red thing and see if this works. So I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, and I'm messing with this switch on the back. And so you can see I didn't mess with it at all yet. It's supposed to be for GM. 1's supposed to be up, and number 2 is supposed to be down. Alright, so let me do that. There you go. Now it should be at the right ohms, and hopefully it'll read. So make sure you set that. Okay. And let's see, what else am I doing? I got this here, but I can't find the little red thing, even though I lost it, then I found it, and now it's lost again. But I don't need that right now, but I think I'm about to put this thing back in. And I still haven't got the tinted part figured out. Oh yeah, I was about to use some zip ties real quick and go through the side hole right here and this little slit. And I was gonna do that on both sides, just for the time being, and we'll see how that works. Because I don't know how I'm gonna hook that up yet, and also I don't think it's the right one. And I think I might be more into tinting this and maybe using like my stock bezel surround, excuse me. But anyway. Alright, this is where we're at right now. This board's fitting in there. I just got this piece on there. I just got it zip tied on each side. I got this like screw sitting on it. It's kind of sitting on it, but it didn't really need to be there. So I couldn't tighten these until I tightened these, so I had it loose, and it's not perfect, but this isn't how I'm gonna keep it, but I guess you could if you needed to. These pieces that got sent with it weren't the correct for my application, but there still is a box Chev that's like a late 80s one, and the piece that goes on the inside, one of these pieces, is all square. It's like square, 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 square. And so I haven't seen that fit up against this yet. Maybe this perfectly fits in that style or something. But anyway, this is my setup right here. I can't find my little red indicator thing, but it's somewhere. And yeah, that slides, so I had to do a little bit adjustments there, slight modifications, but pretty much I just been using, like, I didn't use any big tools yet. Just been using like wire cutters and zip ties and like screws and stuff that I had lying around. These little washers were sent with it, so I use those, but I haven't used really anything else, so it's sent with it. But now it's in there pretty solid for a speedometer. I feel comfortable, at least how it's bolted down on 2 spots. It has 2 tabs holding it, and that's better than before. It's pretty good. It's in there, so I'm gonna go hook it back up and I'll turn it back on. Alright, so if I hooked it up correctly, it should turn back on. Oh yeah. Are we gonna read some fuel this time? It might actually read correctly because I put the switch in the right position to read the correct ohms. I'd say my fuel tank's about full, but probably down some a little, so it should go to like up to 80 or something at least. If it went to like 80 or something, or like 90, I'd be like, oh, it's reading correctly. Yep, it's probably reading correctly, unless it starts going all over the place. I say that's about right, according to my calculations. But it's just going, it's just doing its own thing. It's going up, so I really can't call it at this moment. But who knows? I don't even know if it's, I got the line hooked up to it, so it should be working correctly, but well, at least it doesn't say it's empty, because I know it ain't empty. Ooh, just barely. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to do something with that. I gotta make sure that that thing is not, maybe it's full, man. It should be damn near. I'm so scared of driving this car. It already ran out of gas on me. I just keep going to the gas station. Every time I drive it, I just put gas in it till it's full. So it should be full, but who knows? I don't know. That gas gauge doesn't give me too much at the moment. I'm not trusting that at the moment. All right, I'm back in here, and it runs. I'll have to put the battery charger on it or take it for a ride. But yeah, that dash is in there pretty good. I mean, I didn't put it all the way back in, but that's because I got to take it out again. I'm probably gonna have to mess with all these, the oil and the temperature. I can mess with these lines right here with the wires, but I'm not done messing with that yet. But you can see my zip tie in there. I won't leave the zip tie out. I'm not one of those fools who tries to hide the zip ties. I'll put the battery charger on this thing. That fuel is crazy. I don't want it doing that all the time. It better remember where it's at. Quick. It went quick that time. You better remember where you're at this time.